Hello, this is davidji, and I've just returned from Whistler in British Columbia, Canada. I was up there at the Wanderlust Festival, and it was just such a beautiful convergence of spiritual warriors, of um, bikers, BMX bikers, thousands of them coming down the mountains, and as well as, I don't know, 10,000 tourists who come to Whistler every summer. So we had this convergence of these three distinctly different groups. And I was sitting at breakfast one morning, and I was sitting between these two tables. And additionally, in BC, there are wildfires close to Kelowna, and they're just burning. And the smoke from those fires has really been filling the skies all the way down to Portland, I think. And one of the most amazing things was that, hello, Peaches. Uh, One of the most amazing things is that as the air quality got worse and worse, ultimately we were like a 9 out of 10 in terms of unacceptability of air quality. But I sat between these two tables at breakfast. I was just minding my own business. And at one table, both groups of 4 people. On one table, there was these people who were just whining and complaining about every single possible situation that was going on. The air quality, and the food's so expensive, and there's so many tourists and crowds, and the dogs are barking, and they just were pointing out every single. The lines are so long. There were like 15 people online at Starbucks this morning. And it was just fascinating, this list. They had all been keeping track very carefully of all the things that were disturbing them and bothering them over their stay in Whistler. And at the other table, there were a bunch of yogis, and they were saying, "Oh my God, that class that I had with Sean Korn, it was unbelievable. Oh, and I finally learned to meditate. And can you believe how beautiful the mountains are? Yeah, there's a little smoke, but going up in the cable car, the looking at the sun glowing through the haze is so magnificent, and the people here are so curious and eager." And it was just such a powerful dichotomy of how we want to see the world. How shall we choose to see the world? And every moment is a choice between a grievance and a miracle. And we get to choose where we want to place our attention. And since everything in life is about attention and intention, this was the most beautiful unfolding of the eternal lesson of where shall I place my attention and what intention shall I bring to the moment. So I've often said everybody needs to visit the land of hurts and wounds once in a while, but nobody needs to live there. And so if you find yourself obsessing over the thing that didn't happen, or if you're so angry about the thing that did happen, we have the power as these amazing human beings, not doings, but beings, to truly connect to the stillness and silence that rests within, and then make that powerful choice. Grievance or miracle? Grievance or miracle? And maybe your moment doesn't have to be a miracle, but it certainly doesn't have to be a grievance either. So let's place our attention this week when we find ourselves going, and that doesn't work, and that's not right, and this is off kilter, and that's not what I expected. Maybe we can follow the divine teachings of the ancient sage and modern sage Peaches, the Buddha princess, who teaches, resist nothing and you will receive unconditional love. And so if you're finding yourself a little deficient in receiving love, resist a little less, open your heart, grievance or miracle, and let that energy keep flowing. From the sweet spot of the universe, this is davidji. Keep meditating, and I'll see you in the gap.